Hello, my dear first BCom student. This is G. Mirza Atik. The next aspect in your third unit, that is of the job training. On the job training, we have discussed in my previous video. The next here of the job training methods here. Under this method of training, the trainee is separated from the job situation, and his situation is focused upon learning the material related to his future job performance. Since the trainee is not distracted by job requirement, he can place his entire concentration on learning the job rather than spending his time in performing it. Next, first one, role playing. So it is defined as a method of human interaction that involves realistic behavior in imaginary situation. This method of training involves action, doing and practice. The participant play the role, the and then the situations, certain characters such as the production manager, mechanical engineer, superintendent, maintenance engineer, quality control inspector, foreman, and workers and like. So this method is generally used for developing interpersonal relations and interactions here. Next, second, case study. It is a written description of an actual situation in business which provokes in the reader here the need to decide what is doing on, what the situation reality is, or what the problems are, and what can be done. Taken from the actual experiences of organizations, these cases represent attempt to describe as accurately as possible real problem that manager have faced here. Next, sensitivity training. Third one here, the sensitivity training used as a small group of trainee, usually fewer than 12 in a group. They meet with a passive trainer and gain insight into their own and other behavior. Meetings have no agenda, are held away from workplaces, and questions deal with the here and now of the group process here. Next, simulation. Fourth one, a simulator is any kind of equipment here. Simulator means a simulation here, any kind of equipment or technique here that duplicates nearly as possible the actual condition encountered on the job. Simulation then is an attempt to create a realistic decision making environment for the trainee. Simulation presents like problem, situation, and decisions alternatives to the trainee. For example, activities of an organization may be simulated, and the trainee may be asked to make a decision in support to those activities. Next, vestibule training, the fifth important method here, vestibule training. In this method, actual work conditions are simulated in a classroom here. Vestibule training, also called classroom training, which is often imported with the help of the equipment and machines which are identical with those in use in the place of work. The primary advantage of vestibule training is that it relieves the employee from the pressure of having to produce while learning here. Material files and equipment which are used in actual job performance are also used in training. Next one here, the next method, sixth one, conference method. So in the directed discussion here, the trainer guides the discussion in such a way that the facts, principles or concepts are explained. In the training conference, the instructor gets the group to pool its knowledge and past experience and brings different points of view to bear on the problem. In the seminar conference, answer is bound to question or a solution to a problem. For this, the instructor defines the problem encourages and ensures full participation in the discussion. It is the method in training is the clerical, professional, and supervisory personnel here. Next, programmed instruction. The seventh method, programmed instruction, involves a sequence of steps which is often set up through the central panel of a electronic computer as guides in the performance of a desired operation or series of operation. This method is expensive and find the time consuming one here. So these are the important seven methods are there. That is the on the job and then off the job methods here. So these are the important of the job training methods that can be taken into account or consideration. Remaining aspect I will explain in my next video. Till then, goodbye.